The roof here is 495 watts of photovoltaics. You know, if it's not sunny out, like a day like today, we'll have to plug it in the wall. But on a good sunny day, we can get all our running around just with the sun. All right, here we are at the okra patch. Yeah. Okra's a big crop for us.
You guys want to try?
Yeah. It's good raw.
Oh, good. It's my favorite.
Thanks.
Tastes like okra. That's good.
Behind the okra is what we call our green manure. So that's oats and peas. So we have that oats and peas. The peas are given nitrogen to the soil, just free for us. And then that's gonna winter kill. So as soon as it gets cold out and the frost comes, that'll die and it'll become a mulch. And then in the springtime we can plant in it nice and early. So one of our goals is whenever there's a field that's empty, we always get it covered. That's the goal. And so the cool thing about legumes, and so legumes are for our needs, it's like peas and veg, and they have these nodules that affix themselves to the roots of the plant, and the nodules are these little balls that actually feed off the sugars and the carbs on the roots. And in exchange for that lodging and feeding, they enable the plant to fix nitrogen from the atmosphere. If you open a nodule and it's pink, that's proof that it's fixed nitrogen. So there's nitrogen all around us, and these particular plants, the legumes, have the ability to capture it and then lodge themselves in those nodules and make it available for future plant use. So that's a really good sign. And so once you have grown legumes in a field that have successfully fixed nitrogen, then it inoculates the soil. So from now on, we'll always have, pretty good success rate. So I'll just tell you really quickly. We compost all the food waste from college campus. So that's So students who work out here, we have 7 to 10 students that work here. They're student farmers. They work here for the academic school year. And every day on their way out to work, they swing by the loading dock at the dining hall and they pick up food waste, which amounts to, on average, between 700 and 800 pounds a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So every day we dump it into the manure spreader. Once the manure spreader is full, we kick it out into the windrow. And we're an overflow site for the township leaf collection. So when their composting facility gets overwhelmed in the fall with leaves, we provide a service for them to take their leaves, but it helps us because it's our carbon for our compost. So it's a nice relationship that we've got. And that's our worm experiment, our worm compost over there.
Yeah, my roommates had this one. The worms are cranking right now.
What's cool is that we didn't buy these worms. We collected them from the farm and they're populating themselves. That's been an experiment of ours to see if we can get indigenous worms, the native worms to do.
Sounds like a band. They're breeding nicely, which is great.
Yeah.
Been rocking.
So our goal is to use the finished worm compost for our potting soil because we buy in tons of potting soil every year for all of our seedlings. But if we can produce our own, land with worms, that's kind of a goal we have.
Keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle. As organic farmers, we try to do our part to enhance the biodiversity on the farm, both for the benefit of the wildlife in the area and our own benefit. So this is a good case. Like, these flowers are here just for the bugs, and the idea is that by providing islands of habitat for different insects on the farm, we're building up the diversity of insects, and then they will then go out and do other good things for the farm. So, but this sort of thing, like planting flowers on the farm, it also helps bring in other beneficial insects. Like there's some wasps that we like to have on the farm because they help control negative insects, and there's ladybugs and other stuff that's just a part of the farm ecosystem. And so rather than having, like, if we just had all broccoli or all lettuce or all carrots, we'd probably have a lot of pests and not a lot of good guys. But this is one way that we can help to build up the good guys.
And we let all of our herbs go to flower too. So all of our dill we let go to flower, all the cilantro goes to flower. I think whereas this year we planted a lot of varieties of flowers. Next year we'll be a little bit more systematic about it. But we've been doing some observations this year on what flowers are more loaded with diverse species of bugs than others. So next year we're going to be more specific. And the bluebird boxes are all over. Several hundred. This summer, a student worked with two faculty members, one in the environmental studies department and one in the biology department, to establish a bluebird trail. So actually the farm is now part of the National Bluebird Association for trails. And he was documenting like nesting habits and interspecies commingling, and it was really cool. And then you'll see there's plywood sheets on the ground and then the tin roofing on the ground. And those are creating snake habitat, so we can kind of survey the different species of snakes on the farm.
We just took this over from our neighbor, and this will allow us to expand the production next year. And I like out here we get away from the road a little bit better, and you get to see the mountains. So,
yeah,
so it's a good spot.
Hey, yeah, was a mighty, mighty halo. This hand, well, it was a mighty, mighty halo. Don't let his mighty, mighty hand crush you. Oh, my highway, well,